Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Sagittarius. So, in this reading, we're going to be looking at the energies of how the person who is on your mind is feeling about you, what they could be thinking overall about you and this connection or potential connection, and what they might be intending towards you. This could be somebody specifically on your mind, connected to, or coming towards you, depending upon your situation. For the main cards of the reading, I'll be using the Mystical Manga Tarot by Rann and Barbara Moore, and if clarifiers are needed, the Fortune Telling Tarot deck by Yoshitaka Amano. So let's get started. Spirit, what is the heart of the matter? What is this person thinking overall about Sagittarius and this connection? What are they feeling? What are they feeling in their heart space? What do they like best? What do they like best about Sagittarius and this connection with them? What do they like best? What don't they like as much? What are their highest hopes? What are their highest hopes when it comes to this connection? And what are their deepest fears? What are their deepest fears? Now we're going to get 3 cards for what's likely to happen, what they're likely to do next, and any advice Spirit has for you. I'm going to lay those face down over here. We will look at them together at the end. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and look at what is peeking out here right above it, the Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Virgo here could be significant, strong in your chart or your person's, but I feel like there's something about this connection that feels significant and important to this person, maybe more than you even realize. This can be somebody wanting to take a step and make an offer towards something more serious and lasting, or somebody who is hoping for this with you. For me, the bottom of the deck energies there, the underlying energies could be affecting the whole reading, but maybe this person hasn't acted on them yet. I see another card wanting to show itself, and it is the Emperor. Aries energy here. Some of you could be dealing with a strong soul connection, soulmate, twin flame. These are general readings, so take it how it resonates for your specific situation, but this can be somebody building up their confidence. This can be somebody thinking about you and feeling like you could absolutely be the one, more sure about you by the minute here. But with these energies being kind of deep in the deck and on the bottom of the deck, I feel like this person may not have revealed this, and it could be even causing some issues between you because the heart of the matter, they've got the Tower here, Aries and Scorpio energy. What they are thinking overall is that they are feeling shaken up. Now, this Tower is a little different from the traditional towers. You see people coming together during or after maybe a really difficult time. So maybe they have been going through some things and you're somebody they feel drawn to, somebody they feel like they can count on, that they can open up to and share things with, even though a lot has, gone wrong, maybe in their life or in their world. Maybe there's been some surprises or shakeups even between the two of you. It seems like they're drawn to you. And I feel like if things have been kind of chaotic in their life or chaotic in their world, with that Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and Emperor energy wanting to show up at the beginning of the reading, it feels like you are something that seems like, despite all this, could be stable, could be genuine, could be lasting. I feel like they want to come together with you. Now, if, the two of you have had some sort of difficulty, even a falling out here with the Tower being what they're thinking overall, I definitely feel like they want to move beyond that. They want to overcome it, but they're also, I can see their challenge energies, nervous to open up from the heart or move too quick. And sometimes you can lose your chance if you don't, if you're afraid to be vulnerable and not speak up. But let's go ahead and see, why do we have this Tower here and what they're thinking overall? We have the Tower and the Magician. It's almost like they know something has gone wrong and they feel the responsibility of it, because the Magician is a very creative energy. It's somebody who magnetizes, certain situations in based on their thoughts, their feelings, and actions. And even if we don't take responsibility for the challenges we attract in, even if we don't realize how much the things we do cause, the experiences, I feel like there is some sort of awareness. Like as soon as I saw these two cards together, it's like, yeah, there's been a tower, but on some level, like they know that maybe they brought that on themselves. Now, I am not picking on a cross watcher at all, because I feel like it actually taking responsibility and owning up to the fact that difficulties, maybe in a connection or even certain things in your life, have something to do with choices you've made or things that you've been thinking about, is really embracing your personal power. Because if we embrace the fact that we are a part of what made something go wrong, we give ourselves the power to be a part of what can make it right. And it took me a long time to realize that, like just taking responsibility and being like, yeah, I know it takes two people for, things to fall apart. But I'm one of those people, maybe I am part of whatever happened, but I can also be part of whatever it takes to make it right. It's very empowering. It's very empowering to know that we can make things better. So I feel like this is somebody who is thinking about you. And sorry, my cat, I have a feeling is going to want to run in and out through this whole video. Give me 1 second. I can tell when he wants to go out and he wants me to follow him. Okay. But anyway, it is somebody who is wanting to take some sort of initiative. And if there has been a tower moment, I do feel like they want to, they want to talk, maybe even make things right. In their heart is the King of Wands, Sagittarius. That is your energy right there, or a beautiful match for your energy. Sagittarius, Aries and Leo can be significant as well, but this is somebody who is attracted to you. They're interested in you. They're drawn to you with all this fiery energy in their heart space. Even if there has been a difficulty, they can't help like the feelings that are building up. And I think, they feel you are very interesting, charismatic, magnetic, attractive. This is somebody who wants to take action, maybe do something, say something, communicate something. But this could be somebody who finds it a little easier to come on in like, a more passionate way, or, to talk or to take action to show you how they're feeling. I definitely get the feeling, though, this is not easy for this person to be more vulnerable and open up from the heart. But I think it takes all of that, for a connection to work. So, Spirit, why do we have the King of Wands? Why do we have the King of Wands in their heart space here? 5 of Cups, Scorpio energy. Yeah, there's been some sort of disappointment. Maybe they feel like they've made a mistake, or feel guilty or frustrated that something hasn't worked out, that something has gone wrong. Maybe it took, some sort of wake up call or something big happening in their life or between the two of you for them to realize, just how interested they are and what they're hoping for. But the 5 of Cups is somebody who's looking at the things that have spilled and they're not seeing the potential for the 2 of Cups. Can be somebody feeling hopeless or discouraged. And yet, regardless, they can't deny the attraction, the interest. What they like best about you is the Ace of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. They like thinking about you, talking to you, communicating. They could see you as somebody who is intelligent, interesting, somebody who is, very like witty with this. I'm just getting this vibe like when you say things, you could just make them smile, make them laugh, just because of like intelligent wit or the words coming through. I don't even know if I've had that come through in a reading. So that's interesting that when I picked this up, I saw that like they like talking to you. They like the things you say. They like how interesting they find you. They like thinking about you. And look at this, 10 of Pentacles again on the bottom of the deck. You might not even know that this person sees you as somebody they could have something lasting with. Spirit, why do we have the Ace of Swords in what they like best? Why do we have the Ace of Swords? Why do we have the Ace of Swords? Temperance energy, Sagittarius, that is specifically your major arcana. Your major arcana and your court card here. I mean, my goodness, this person is attracted to you. They're interested in you. I don't feel like everything has been smooth sailing or easy, because there's definitely some challenging energies. But at the end of the day, you're who they want. You're what they're hoping for. And what they like best about you, honestly, with your major arcana showing up, is who you are, your authenticity. There also could be an energy of patience, understanding, knowing that things are working together, the right time and the right way. Something about maybe how you met because there's something from the first time they thought about you or talked to you that felt, divine here with this temperance energy. Like they felt that they met you for a reason. So really great energies there. And yet what they don't like as much is the Knight of Cups. And this has been kind of looking at me from the beginning, to have this beautiful energy when it comes to a love reading, which can be very open, very genuine, very much from the heart, showing up in the challenge placement. I feel like it's somebody who might struggle to express the depth of their feelings, might struggle to open up even at times, and to just take those chances and be vulnerable, or to make, a more intimate or romantic offer. Strong Scorpio energy here. The wall of water can be significant. Pisces and Cancer as well. But the struggle here, the challenge here, is to move forward from the heart. And I just want to see why that is. I know I'm pulling a lot of clarifiers, and I'm going to also for the highest hopes, but I feel like we just need a little more insight. Look at this. Clarifying is the Fool and the Strength card for the Knight of Cups. And yet their hopes are strength in reverse, which I feel like as soon as I picked that up, that's also been baffling me since it jumped out in reverse there. But I feel like they're hoping to let down their guard, or for someone in the situation to let down the guard and have the confidence to open up. So that's interesting. But I have to trust my intuition when I pick up a card, and there's something about this, because look at this. The challenge is the Knight of Cups with the Strength card and the Fool. Aries, Aquarius energy, strong Leo here could be significant. These are very positive energies, beautiful energies. Somebody having the confidence to speak from the heart, to take the leap, to be spontaneous. But when it comes to all of that, it's like this is where this person gets nervous. They might find you as, somebody who's easy to talk to, interesting. There could be a lot of heat, chemistry between you. But when it comes to just spontaneously speaking up confidently from the heart, that's where, the nerves kind of kick in. So their highest hopes are the Strength in reverse. I'm going to pull clarifier before we talk too much about that, just to really see what that is all about. Leo energy there, but I just feel like letting down their guard, and did that just jump out in reverse as well? Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, I feel like even though those cards are showing up in reverse, I feel like the energies are very present here, because these are hopes. This is a positive placement. And so I'm going to talk about the energies upright for a little bit, because the way I'm seeing it is this person wants these things. They're hoping for these things, but they're afraid to get their hopes up too much. They're afraid to, tell themselves or believe it's possible. And that's why this energy could be delayed. It could be in reverse. It could be withheld, subdued, whatever the case, because this person, even though these are the energies they want, there's definitely some fears when it comes to just hoping and being vulnerable. And so it's almost like they're afraid to get their hopes up. You know how, like, when you're so interested or attracted to somebody and you feel like you're seeing the signs, and things seem to be clicking and making sense, but there's something in your mind, and clearly 2 towers here. Maybe they've had some difficult breakups in the past that are making them second guess themselves. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe the two of you had a misunderstanding. And so it's like they want to hope, but they stop themselves before they even get started. It's like I want to have the confidence to just explore this from the heart with this Page of Cups, to flirt, to talk, to see what can happen, to be vulnerable. But do I dare even hope? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from this, with these energies showing up. The Page of Cups, in reverse, the Strength in reverse. Somebody, I think, could be very attracted to you, very interested, could be falling for you even with the Page of Cups. Definitely is nervous to be vulnerable, and maybe afraid to even hope that this can be. So their fears are the Eight of Wands. Too soon, too fast, too much, communicating, talking, trying to rush things or rushing things. And the Eight of Wands is another, for me, a beautiful, positive energy. It is exciting. It is when everything begins to click. It's when you move forward. But This could be somebody who's definitely nervous to communicate for whatever reason, or nervous to move things too fast. Maybe they've moved things too fast in the past, or maybe they've jumped to conclusions or been overconfident. Like there's this fear of overconfidence with the Strength in reverse. They could be fearing that because maybe they've rushed into things in the past and it hasn't worked out. So I feel like the attraction is strong. The interest is strong. This is Sagittarius energy. The desire to move things forward is strong, but they're second guessing themselves and holding back in places where I feel like they really want to move forward. So all that being said, what really matters is action. So we're going to look at what's likely to happen, what they're likely to do. Any advice for you? Four of Pentacles. I was just saying what's really important is the action, and we get the Four of Pentacles, which can sometimes happen when somebody is afraid to take action. This is Capricorn energy, could be significant, but this is somebody that's okay with things as they are. Something's comfortable, something's secure, something's okay currently, but it's not fully satisfying. We saw that 10 of Pentacles twice. Like they want it all. They want the 10 of Pentacles with you. They want the happiness with you. I told you my cat was going to want to run in and out. Give me 1 second. So they want something lasting and stable and genuine, but it's almost, with the Four of Pentacles, it's somebody who's afraid if they don't hold on tight, or if they ask for too much, or if they push things, they could lose what they currently have instead of taking that chance to get so much more. Sometimes this can be somebody afraid to, rock the boat, and can even be somebody settling for situations that they're not fully satisfied with because there's some level of security or comfort there. But let's go ahead and see. Sometimes though, I just went to pick up the cards and laid that down. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be somebody who holds on and holds on tight. There might not be forward movement. Sometimes there might not even be like real communication, but they're holding on and, can't stop thinking about you. Can't let go, but aren't acting on it either. Spirit, why do we have the Four of Pentacles? Two of Cups. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing a Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, the World. The energies here. Cancer energy, and then all the fixed. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus can be significant. I'm curious what's peeking out. Queen of Wands. My goodness, Sagittarius, Fire Queen, that can be your energy. That can be a beautiful match for your energy. Clearly, this person is attracted. They're interested. They feel the connection. They could even want to impress you with their, success or achievements here with the World card. Could want to cross some sort of distance, emotional, physical, to be near you, do something spontaneous. The attraction is strong. The interest is strong. They felt like you've met for a reason. They're clearly wanting more. We have a Four of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Cups. There could be nerves. There could even be a little bit of a lack of movement, but ultimately, with what is likely to happen, having a Two of Cups here, this is a connection that can potentially move forward and be very happy. It, might take this person overcoming their nerves and doubts, or, moving out of something that seems secure or comfortable to take a chance and ask for more. But the Two of Cups, it's intimate, it's genuine, it's one-on-one. For me in a love reading, it's friendship, it's romance, it's two people that feel the same about one another. And honestly, this is your energy. This is both of you, but this is your energy. If this person doesn't act, or if, things fall apart because they're just like, afraid to get out of their comfort zone and take a chance, no matter what, you've got a Two of Cups here, which means you've got love in your future as a potential outcome. So I know we're looking at what is going on with this specific person, but I feel like there is something unfolding for you, no matter what, when it comes to love and happiness. But if it does take time, I think things can unfold here. So let's just see what they're likely to do. 10 of Cups. Okay, 10 of Cups and 2 of Cups. Pisces energy for that 10 of Cups. This is, for me, love, happiness, friendship, people coming together in a more intimate way, one-on-one, looking at a future together. This is somebody that even though there's nerves, even though maybe they had held on and, maybe been inactive even for a certain amount of time, afraid to say too much or move too fast with the Two of Cups and Ten of Cups, this is somebody who's willing to take the chance. They're willing to do what it takes to be happy because they see you as their happiness. I love the Ten of Cups in a love reading because that is emotional fulfillment, is the whole journey of, finding happiness in yourself and then finding it with another. Two people that feel the same for one another, taking a chance and moving forward. This person wants a Ten of Cups with you, and it feels like even though there's nerves around this Knight of Cups, taking that step and making that offer, that's what is needed, and that is what has to happen if they're going to be able to experience this Ten of Cups with you. And that is exactly what they're hoping for. So what is your advice? Knight of Swords, Aquarius energy here with the Knight of Swords. But the Knight of Swords is very quick moving. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean taking quick action. Swords are thoughts, and the Knight of Swords is all about paying attention to where your thoughts are going, because we talked a little bit at the beginning of this reading about manifestation. The things that we attract, the things that we move towards, the experiences we have are so deeply connected to our thoughts and emotions. And when you get the Knight of Swords, manifestations can happen very quickly. And so your guides are saying, pay attention to where your mind is going, because you're going to have outcomes based on choices you're making, based on thoughts you're thinking, and they could happen very quickly. So make sure you're focused on what it is you really want and what it is you really desire, not worrying so much about, what anyone else is thinking or wanting or expecting from you. Getting into a place of thinking about if you could suddenly be in that place that you wanted to be, if you could have that happiness, what would it feel like? What would it be like? You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You don't even have to know exactly who it's going to be, but getting into that feeling space of what it is you really want could cause it to manifest maybe quicker than you even realize. So pay attention to your thoughts and your intentions, because there's some good things your universe is working on for you with this Temperance energy. And I think it could all unfold sooner than you even think. So that is the message I have for you. I do hope something in here spoke to everyone who was guided to the reading. If you enjoyed the message, please put a like. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would.